And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. What I want to talk about today is going a little bit back to the 90-day challenge that I put out a few days ago. And I've gotten feedback from someone from looooooong again. He keeps commenting and he has some really good comments going on. And I wanted to share with you what he's saying because this is so important. If you've started the 90-day challenge, you've got to know what's going to happen. Because if you don't know what's going to happen, you won't have a game plan. And if you don't have a game plan, you are going to fail. Until you create a game plan for success that's better and wiser than last time. And that's how you try and fail in anything in life. In entrepreneurship, in relationships, in everything. You try, you fail. You try, you fail. But the thing that makes you win and succeed in the long term is the fact that you have a plan. A better plan than you did last time. A better strategy. And once the strategies are improving over time, there's no way for you to not succeed in anything. Like, you can win at everything in life if you just get up every single time. Try, fail, get up. Try, fail, get up. Improve the plan, improve the strategy, plan, fail, get up again. It's that simple. So what is looooooong saying? He is saying, I'm on day 5 of the 90-day challenge. Good job for starting. And the brain fog is so bad. I literally feel like I'm high and have zero focus. Like zero with capital letters. I'm trying to read, but nothing sticks. I've eaten a healthy meal, took a cold shower, meditated, but nothing. I know I'm going to get over this. Good job for thinking that way. But geez, this is annoying. Okay, so this is my reply. First of all, congratulations. You started on your journey. Anyway, you can go and read what I answered the guy. It was yesterday's video on blue balls and semen retention. And what I basically told him is, this is the time to create a journal. I was a huge fan of journals, like when I grew up, and when I was 2 years in South Africa, I actually wrote 3 journals because I had to report to my superior, I had to write back to my family, and I wrote my own personal journal. Have I ever gone through those 2 years of every single day journaling? No, I haven't. But they're there. My grandkids can read them. And I'm also better equipped. Like, when you write stuff, it sticks to your brain and it increases your memory and also allows you to observe what is going on. And that is what I want you guys to learn is to learn how to observe yourself. Observe your feelings. Observe your emotions. Get outside of your body while you exist, right? This is not some metaphysical whatever thing. I'm just like, just watch yourself. Outside your body is like, what is going on with this guy? How come he's like so emotional up and down? Why does he have a brain fog? And then you discover that you actually are addicted. Like, if you were not addicted to porn and masturbation, you wouldn't feel like that after 5 days, or after 10 days, or after 20 days. Does that make sense? Like, so, me, for example, right now I am on day 63 or 64. It's the 3rd. So I'm not keeping track anymore because it's like now I've gotten past the 30 days and it's a way of life for me. Like, at the same time, I'm also being an example to you guys, which makes me even more committed, more reinforced in my desire to make this happen. And, you know, my wife is not here with me, so I don't have a girl in my bed. And at the same time, like, watching porn for me anymore, like, I haven't done it for a very, very long time. And I'm so grateful because it's such a massive distraction. Anyway, going back to your first 30 days, what you want to do is you want to allow those emotions to come and embrace them. Embrace them and learn how to become the master of them. If you just simply observe those emotions instead of being fidgety about it and just like, oh, this is how I feel, interesting, I write it down. This is how I feel, interesting, I'm gonna write it down. And do different things, like he was saying, cold showers, meditation, blah, blah, blah. What I would recommend though, instead of like small, simple acts like that, I want you to become intense. You need to become intense with something else than masturbation or porn or all that stuff. You want to become intense when it comes to, for example, sports, right? Play all kinds of different sports that are intense. Like if you have a sport that you absolutely love, go play it, and play it excessively for the first 30 days. Simply because like you want that energy to be used on something else than the ejaculation. Right? Okay, so that's one thing. Cold showers. For me personally, it's never really worked for me. I mean, I do it sometimes just for fun, but it's not a strategy that I use in order for me to, don't masturbate in the shower. But if it works for you, that's fantastic. Then do that. But something that I am doing right now that has nothing to do with the semen retention part is just that I spend a lot of time in the shower just because I like, it's comfortable. And it's the same thing in the morning. Like, in the mornings, you're just so comfortable in your bed. What I do in the shower is that now I've started recently to put a deadline on my showers. So I've put it to 7 a couple of days ago, and then I decreased it to 6, and then now I'm like at 5. And like, I just keep decreasing it because really being in the shower is less effective unless you've got like your goals in the shower and you're reading them out loud, laminated. Like, do something like that. That was a really cool idea. Anyway, be out and about. Work, work, work. Do you have a chance to do overtime? Then do that. This is the time to shine. This is the time to think about everything else than masturbation, except for the 10 minutes that you listen to me every day because I talk about it. But the fact is, what you focus on is what you're going to get. There's a story that Dean Graziosi told me in that awesome mastermind course that I've put in the link below, where he's talking about a group of people that went to go rafting with some teenagers, and there had been some massive waterfalls, during the few days before they arrived at this raft camp. And so basically they were thinking, oh man, the waters are very high. Maybe we should just not do it. It could be dangerous. And then the guide is like, hey, you look at this finger right here. This is a guide who knew exactly what he's talking about because he's got years and years of experience. And he said, in the beginning of being a guide for rafting, what I would always do is we'd be rafting, and then I would tell the guys, oh, there's a huge rock over there, don't go over there, get away from that. And what ended up happening is that the whole boat would start being focused on that huge boulder, that huge rock in the water that would make them collapse and fall over. And then he learned that, okay, so what if I point a different direction? And that's what he started doing. He started pointing, okay, we want to go over there. Paddle as hard as you can to get over there, far away from the boulder. And what ended up happening is that none of the people in the raft anymore, they weren't noticing the big boulder. They weren't noticing the rocks that they were heading towards simply because their focus was on where they wanted to go instead of where they did not want to go. Does that make sense? So if you're doing this 90-day challenge, only think about it for a few times, for a few minutes every day, just so that you stay committed. Have a tracking sheet on your mirror in the bathroom or in your bedroom or both, right? Create a game plan and a strategy that works for you. But at the same time, the rest of the day, you should be thinking about everything else. And if you've got an obsession, something that you're passionate about, then throw yourself into it. You're not going to be able to focus, obviously, and you're going to have a hard time. But that hard time and that focus will create an exponential growth curve for when you're past those 30 days and don't have to worry about that intense semen production anymore, because you are making things happen now. You'll feel more powerful than you've ever done before, because you're doing something else than obsessing about women, obsessing about masturbation and porn. So don't be idle or lazy. That's not for us men, okay? It's nothing good will ever come from idleness or laziness. And I gotta tell you guys, I mean, read a book, listen to books, do everything that you can to increase your personal development. Even though you're not getting it into your brain, your subconscious is, okay? So just do the thing. And I gotta tell you guys, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm on day 63. I had issues with masturbation and porn when I was a teenager. I still had some issues, you know, coming back from Africa, like rarely though, but I've been there. I know how it is. And after 9.5 years of basically having, you know, normal, regular sex with my wife on a, like, several times a week, like, to get off of that and manage to not do that, not actually do the ejaculation, you know, for within the same month has been really hard. Now I'm on day 63 and I feel fantastic. I feel great. And I hope you guys do too if you start with this challenge. It's time for you to release yourself from bondage. This is just a small period of time. Embrace the hell. You've got to go through hell in order to get to heaven. Or, you know, try to be in your small heaven in your life, and you'll eventually exponentially decline and have a long-term and exponential, like, growing hell. Does that make sense? I mean, just do the thing, discipline yourself, and become a creator. Become someone who creates. That's what creates happiness, guys. And that's what we're after. We want to feel fantastic in the long term, and I can promise you, if you manage to overcome your issues, your addictions, and increase that confidence, that self-esteem, that focus, that discipline in your life, anything is yours. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.